I'm joined by Buchanan High Junior Bailey Bracha. Bailey, I appreciate you joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. So, recently you posted on your social media that you are a candidate running for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Student of the Year title. So, can you just talk to me a little bit about why did you want to run for that title, and what does Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, mean to you that you wanted to get involved with that cause?
Yeah, definitely. So first off, a little bit about LLS, Lymphoma Leukemia Society. So basically, over the next 7 weeks, there's a few candidates here. I think we have roughly about 12 teams, and we're all going to be running for the title of Student of the Year. And basically, we're just doing the best we can. We're challenged to reach out to influential business leaders across our city and county, and we're trying to raise as much money as possible. The person or team who does raise the most money does win and has the Student of the Year title. And a lot of people ask, like, where does this money go to? And the money goes to finding a cure for cancer. So about, I want to say 55 of the FDA approved treatments are funded by LLS. So when LLS first started, they were not very high, and the rate of survival for cancer was also extremely low. So with the help of LLS, that is, had the opportunity to become really high, which we are all very thankful for. Um, so LLS kind of hits a little close to home for me. So recently, back in November, I was admitted to the oncology unit at Children's Hospital, and it was very up in the air for a few days. I went in with very much lymphoma symptoms, and it was actually the chance of me having lymphoma when I went in there was about 1% because they thought that I had mono. So usually with mono, there's about 1% chance that you have lymphoma. And by the next morning, my percent was up to about 60. So as the time went on, it was looking a little scary. And at first, it wasn't something I was very concerned about. But I started to get a little nervous because that would have been very hard for me. I'm already recovering from an ACL. I'm about 8 months in with that, so that would have pushed me back like severely and would have made it hard, and just hard on me mentally as well. So after a couple days, I had surgery. I had a lymph node removed, and they tested it for lymphoma, and thankfully it came back negative. So I was very thankful for that. I had tons of people praying for me, and it was just amazing how to see that all fold out, because I was very scared, but I knew that with the power of God and just all of my friends praying for me, that I was gonna make it out of there and be fine. So I was very thankful. And the day I got out of the hospital, one of my good friend, Jake Reinhardt, his mom had called my mom asking if I wanted to participate in LLS with Jake. And obviously I was like, of course I'll do it. If before that week, I would have maybe been on the fence a little bit. But after that, I was like, wow, I know how I felt in that moment, and I would want someone to do the same for me. So I was like, yes, I'm all in. I'll do this. We're doing. And after saying that, yes, about a month later, I realized that this was going to even hit a lot closer for me, because my godfather's dad, unfortunately, had passed away from lymphoma. So that was very hard on not only his family, but our family too. His dad's name was Gary, and he just impacted so many lives. And he was just a ray of sunshine, and everywhere he went, he was making people smile. So that was also another reason for me wanting to do it, because it was just kind of like a little thank you, because my godfather's family has done so much for me and him alone. So I kind of wanted to do it for his family and kind of as a thank you.
Yeah, wow, that's a great cause to get behind. I know you guys and Team Triple Threat are doing a couple events. I know High Fitness for a Cure is going to be taking place on March 26th. So can you just talk a little bit about what you guys are going to be doing at that event?
Yeah, so at that event, we have one of my members that is on my team helping me, Jake, and Ashley. Her name's Heather McCann, and she actually is very into high fitness and used to be a cycle instructor. So she was very nice with helping us and helped us to get that all set up. And basically, it's going to go for about 50 minutes to an hour. check-in's going to start at 8:30, and it's taking place at the Buchanan High School basketball courts. And basically, we're going to have fun for an hour while we get our butts kicked. Awesome. And after, there's going to be breakfast. Like, we're going to have like some bagels and hard-boiled eggs, some baked goods, and hopefully a couple of vendors out there. I know for sure that we're going to have Healthy Vibe come, which is on Willow and Knees, and it's a delicious tea and protein shake, so that'll be nice to refresh yourself after.
Nice. I know you're no stranger to giving back. I know you've done food drives before. I know you've gone to downtown and helped the homeless. So I mean, just what is it about giving back that I guess brings you so much joy, or that you want to be involved in your community?
Yeah, totally. So growing up, I've been very blessed and very fortunate, and just I cannot complain anymore about the lifestyle I live. And I realize, and my parents have raised me so well to realize that not everyone is as fortunate as us. And I'm so thankful for my parents because they work so hard for us, and they just want us to know like how important it is to give back, because not everyone has what we're able to have. Like every night I'm complaining because my room's cold. Well, I cannot because I have a roof over my head. So it's just the small things. And for example, one of the things we do a lot with Alon is homeless outreaches. Those bring me tons of joy, and also humility too, because it's you go out there and you're seeing these people, and it really like hurts your heart sometimes because it's so sad. And it's almost like I can wake up at 9 a.m. on a Saturday and donate an hour and a half of my time to go help these people, and I think it's just the least thing I could do.
On this show, I talk to student athletes who do good things. You kind of mentioned it. You are a member of the Buchanan girls soccer team. You guys just won the Division I CIF Central Section Championship. You guys are NorCal champions, I believe, too. So just, I obviously, you had mentioned it, you are recovering from an ACL tear, so you weren't able to play this season. But just, being on the sidelines, cheering on your team, just what was that like for you guys to win that championship?
Well, it was just like amazing. It was an amazing feeling. It's hard having to sit back and watch sometimes when games aren't always going as planned, because then like thoughts go through your head. Well, oh, maybe I could help with this, maybe I could do that, or I could have been there to help. So it's hard to watch sometimes. Thankfully, I have one of my best friends, Avery Cheney, who's on the sidelines with me. She tore her ACL 3 days after I had surgery. So having her has made it a lot easier, but winning was just like a huge sign of relief. Like it was just like, wow, like we just did that, and I was so proud of my team. Nothing brings me more joy than getting to watch them play and just watching them, because we weren't expected to win, and then from there it was game after game, like one game at a time, and after every win it was just like, oh my gosh, like we totally got this, we can do this. So it was hard, but with the right mindset and just changing like my point of view, it made things easy, and I really enjoyed watching my team play.
I know you've committed to Cal Poly for soccer. I know you still got another year of high school before you go there. So just, what was it about Cal Poly though that made you want to commit there early, before even your senior season?
Yeah, well, Cal Poly was the first ID camp I ever went to, and ever since, like, I kind of knew that you could, like, go to college, like, to do what you love, like, Cal Poly had always been, like, on my radar. I don't know, just, like, being at the, just, like, the community. So when that June 15th date hit and we were finally allowed to talk to schools, Cal Poly was one of the first schools I talked to, and I was, like, extremely excited because I knew that from the second I found out, like, that was the school I wanted to go. And they had reached out, and when I got to go on my visit, I was like, yeah, this is the place I want to be. So it was definitely a yes without hesitation.
Great. And just, the final thing is, I know this, can you just tell whoever's going to be watching this, what can they do to help you guys and Team Triple Threat, and your candidacy to become Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Student of the Year? And then more importantly, what can they do, just to help the cause to hopefully one day find a cure for this cancer?
Yeah, so, this is hard. Like, some people, it's hard financially to afford this, but I just want, like, people to know that whether it's, like, $10,000 or $10 or even $1. Like every dollar that is raised and every dollar that is donated really does help to find a cure for cancer, whether you think it does or not. Like that small dollar could be the difference between saving a life and not. So I just think that it's like really important that if you can like donate, that would be like amazing. But if not, like that's totally okay. Like there's still ways like there are 12 teams that are posting stuff daily on how to help and how to help raise money. Like even if it's just reposting that on social media to get the word out there, like that's a huge help. Or I don't know, showing up to these events. Maybe you can't pay like the $20 for high fitness, but like being there and helping out with whatever we need help with. There's so many ways, and ways aren't just the only way.
Sounds good. And where can they go, to read up more about, you and Team Triple Threat cause, or just where can they go to, get a little bit more information about it?
Yeah, the link is in my Instagram bio, but it's also SOY, so Students of the Year, triplethreat.com. And you can make a donation on there or even read more about Ashley, Jake, and I's stories.
Sounds good. I will put all the information down in the description as well. Bailey, I appreciate your time. Good luck with everything, and talk again soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.